I know it's not NBA 2K, but yes, it's over. The myth of LeBron James is over. He got exposed. It's music to my ears. It's time for him to get off the team. He's too old. Snag off too much defense. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna finally get to it. So guys, don't worry. We'll get it. Hopefully I have time. But this is what it is. Welcome to the show. Like to subscribe. Let's get ready. Take care of the business. I'm just glad the Lakers lost this game. That was the best thing happened.
And coming up, we'll see David Njoku. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Raiders and the Texans.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll run it again with Henry. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. You look at the defense for these Texans. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
A first down carry for Henry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Okay, we're going to have to keep pounding that ball.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Let's go. Keep pounding, keep pounding, keep pounding.
Henry up the middle. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And quickly they get to the line. Again to Henry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Now a handoff to Henry. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
All right, we got this touchdown. Let's go. Let's go.
Raiders. Derrick Henry.
Trying to pound that ball, too.
157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list.
Good job, Derek.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Keep pounding, keep.
Derrick Henry. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. Again, it's Henry. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The Raiders at 9-4 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
To the air goes Daniels. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Second down, they go again with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku, and he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield.
Yes, roughing the passer, yes.
The quarterback. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Okay, let's go.
After the penalty, it's Henry.
All right.
Display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, Daniels. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown.
All right, let's go.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized.
Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. They'll run with Henry. A strong running. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. He'll let it fly for Austin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing now is Daniels. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Well, they go play action. Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score.
Touchdown Raiders. Go. Let's go.
With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Daniels looking to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Here's Daniels. He finds Austin complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Daniels. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Daniels. And this is caught. Touchdown.
All right, we got it.
David Njoku as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to...
Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. They begin with Henry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Running from the gun with Henry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Third and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. They'll get 9 yards on the return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
All right, we're going to run the ball now.
27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a...
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 46.
All right, come on, it's not holding, ref.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Completes it to Austin. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. This is Henry. And fights through one man. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 154 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Fights forward at the 20, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
All right, we need that one.
Calvin Austin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
All right, we're going to have to keep.
They'll start around here. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they have... We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry to about the 48-yard line. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Daniels. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah,
All right, I needed it. I don't know what happened.
What's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for the Raiders, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and the entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right. The draft was fine. Let's go. Oh, stop. We're gonna keep pounding that ball. Just gotta keep going. Now, all right, need that one. Here you go. Damn, fourth place. That is crazy. Missed tackle too. You give it to me like that? Wow. Oh crap! I didn't have the game. You're gonna be kidding me, right? Sorry, guys. I didn't know. Sorry, I just woke up, guys.
busy night for Henry continues. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 120 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, Henry. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean.
To turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
That is crap.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. From the 46, here's second down and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
All right, we're going to keep pounding that ball.
Up the middle they go. Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. Still moving. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A first down carry for Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Henry. And he fights his way in.
All right, we need a touchdown here.
Touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders have yet again retaken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. When they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. The call for a fair catch, and it's made. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Daniels. So all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And they will wrangle him down.
All right, that's all right.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. He finds his man. Complete. It's Austin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Back to throw again. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is in. Touchdown.
I need that one.
David Njoku with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call...
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. He finds his man. Complete. It's Austin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Off play action. Daniels. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. Oh, that'll be incomplete. I took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up for his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline. He's got it at the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Back to throw. Daniels. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8.
Daniels going to throw for it. And they hit him as he throws. So
Okay, just. Alright, we're going to get started. Sorry about that.
It's the National Football League on EA.
The drive begins with Henry. By a man, and now he's in the clear. Through the 45. Derrick Henry. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown.
I run the ball.
The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So some fireworks there to start this ball game, Brock. One play, and we already have our first touchdown.
And this just may be the kind of game it's going to turn out to be. Both.
First and 10 now from the 30. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Brought down by Fred Warner. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another run for Henry. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. Man, he's been having a great first half. Really playing a key role so far in this offense.
But you know and I know what's coming, Kate. We call them adjustments, right? You hit a homer, you take that fastball deep, You're not going to see it anymore. You get run on like this, the defense is going to make some adjustments at halftime. If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's it. First and 10 now from the 30. Flying down the middle with Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. They've invested some early touches in him, Brock, and the returns so far, I'd say very promising.
Kate, I told you this story before, but it was the same play 18 plays in a row. You know, I was really good with that, with that clipboard on the sidelines. 18 plays in a row. Peyton ran the same play. If you can't stop it, keep calling it.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Going to the ground again on first. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Running once more with Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's a gain of 4. And that's a Vegas first down. A give to Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Going with King Henry here. Stiff arm success. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. They run it with King Henry. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. 2nd and 3 now. Here's Henry. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Raiders get it down to a single point. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Tie ball game here.
Denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites. We've seen it through the...
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's a give for Henry. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him a 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Daniels. Falls in the interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. Daniels on 1st down. Catch made by Austin. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. That's complete David Njoku. And he crosses out of bounds, and now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Daniels. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked up by Fred Warner. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play fake here. Daniels. Oh, no.
No, I'm not losing like this. All right.
Of the NFL. And up next.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another run for Henry. And that's good for a gain of 5. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Come on. It's not. Well, hold.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Daniels throwing on 3rd. It's tipped away. It's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. He gets it away now from his own end zone. And he makes the fair catch. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. Running once more with Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Here we go, 2nd and very long. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 3rd and just 2 to go. Henry Henry's going to try to pick it up. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And now they face second and long. Throwing now. Daniels. Austin's there to haul it in. Oh, he breaks another tackle. Oh, lost the football. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Trying to work quickly now. Running for it. Here's Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Trying down the middle of Henry. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They run it with King Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. Daniels back to throw. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's complete. David Njoku. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Henry scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders parlay the turnover into a lead.
All right, let's go.
Henry, the touchdown. The drive begins with Henry. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Henry running left. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Daniels. Catch made by Austin. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Daniels leading hurry up. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, here's Daniels. They connect for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. The 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Going with King Henry here. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Well, Brock, they've made it a point to incorporate him into their offense, and hey, no arguments here. He has been awesome in giving them a spark they need when he gets involved.
And it's so nice offensively, Kate, when you feel it, when you can run it, when you can throw it, and especially running it like this, going to pay huge dividends as the game goes on.
And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. This is Henry on second. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for Raiders first. Now a run with Henry. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running this with Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Play fake here. Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Henry. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard. A give to Henry. And he barrels across the touchdown.
I need that one.
The Raiders now lead by 10. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys to tackle him.
That's all I needed.
Keep him from diving across the line for 6. First and 10 now from the 30. They run. Here's Henry. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They've invested some early touches in him, Brock, and the returns so far, I'd say very promising.
Kate, I told you this story before, but it was the same play 18 plays in a row. You know, I was really good with the clipboard on the sidelines. 18 plays in a row, Peyton ran the same play. If you can't stop it, keep calling.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Raiders pushing for a score before the break. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's a give for Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. McKinley Jackson, the one who got to him.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Gets it forward for a gain of 3. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. And even if it's something seen a little more these days than in past eras of this great game, still an elite mark he's just reached. 1,500 yards on the season for him with that last catch.
Oh, I gotta keep running the ball.
The tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. It's Henry on the carry. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Another run for Henry. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. Is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders will add to their lead at the end of the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now Daniels off the play action. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
You ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignments, hit pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease. Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception and just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible,
All right, we gotta punt that ball.
hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will. First and 10 now from the 30. Give now to the running back. And they had that one contained right at the line. Josh Sweat making the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now Daniels to throw. They're on it. That's intercepted.
Damn it.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And he makes the half go. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Henry running to the left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4. Running once more with Henry. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. Everybody rushing back to the line. Running for it. Here's Henry. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Daniels on 1st down. This finds Austin complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Trying down the middle with Henry. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They run it with King Henry. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 3 on that gain. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. Going with King Henry here. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Damn it.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Complete. Oh no, he lost control of another one. It's going to be a turnover. The deep. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Daniels. That one's complete, right side. Free inside the 30. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Daniels now. Looking right, and he finds him. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. This is Henry on second. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. To throw, Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Need a conversion, and they're throwing for it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And that gets him to double digits with his 10th reception of the game. They've kept him about as busy as they could all contest. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Now a run with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Daniels leading the hurry up. Trying to run with Henry. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Raiders now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The making.
The drive begins with Henry. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running this with Henry. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd, less than a yard. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. This one down to the 30-yard line. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. A give to Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Not in the time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That one gains 7. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
All right, we go.
They run. Here's Henry. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
95 Mike again.
Gain of 10 and a 1st down. It's Henry on the carry. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities.
All right, we're going to finish them off here.
And keep those legs pumping.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Another run for Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. He'll throw it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the...
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's a give for Henry. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Running once more with Henry. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's calling the line. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Setting up to pass. Got a man. It's Njoku. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it. It's going in the hole. But you never want to leave it short.
And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So that penalty declines. They're happy. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Complete Derrick Henry. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Again, Daniels to the air. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after...
It's week 16 of...
They send a tight end in motion. The drive begins with Henry. And some great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week.
Ah, damn.
And what he was able to do in support of that win. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another run for Henry. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running once more with Henry. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Trying down the middle with Henry. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Catch made by Austin.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
This game of today, Kate, in so many ways is so different than the game I played. That's a call that I could close my eyes and still remember. All you do as a QB is just look. It just takes a look. With the big guys up front saying, give me a push, and I'll do the rest.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down, and they go right back to it. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And it's a turnover, the defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
And such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the... picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama, it's Bryce. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. This is Henry on second. And he drives this forward to the 6. Man, he's been having a great first half, really playing a key role so far in this offense.
But you know and I know what's coming, Kate. We call them adjustments, right? You hit a homer, you take that fastball deep, you're not going to see it anymore. And you get run on like this, the defense is going to make some adjustments at halftime.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Henry. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders finish up an excellent
Ooh, he jumped.
Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Brought down by Fred Warner. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Daniels back to throw. That one complete to Njoku. This is ahead for about 5. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. Across midfield to the 45. And he's down to the 42-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Here's a give for Henry. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And he's certainly given us a performance worthy of these primetime lights. This is now a 100-yard game that he's put together. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. They run it with King Henry. And he's going to be touched down right at the line, so no gain on the play.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Now Daniels off the play action. Finds his fullback. And this one does not go far.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. On for the field goal now. Here's Rodrigo Blankenship. It's from the left hash, 33 yards.
That's the type of long, sustained drive
Damn,
that takes
oh.
some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was
On first and 10, it's Henry. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A give to Henry. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now Daniels to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Henry. Still finding room past the 45. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain.
All right.
Up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. First down, and they go back to Henry. Space to the left. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. Scores, touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders hold a 16-point lead in the first. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
All right, we're taking the ball.
Scores a touchdown, wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're...
The toss now to Henry. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He'll throw it from his own end zone. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but... They run. Here's Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. And he has just earned something most running backs are never lucky enough to even approach. This is now a 200-yard showing for him on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Throw wheeled in by Njoku. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Las Vegas.
Play fake here. Daniels rolling out to his left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Daniels. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
And he will score. Touchdown,
Okay, that's
Las
good.
Vegas. The Raiders
All right,
make
we're
it
going.
a
We're gonna shut this thing down for good.
Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB...
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a run with Henry. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down mark.
They connect on the deep shot. Into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown.
I need that one. Let's go.
Raiders running away with it in the 2nd quarter. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. So that's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he collects the fair catch. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. He's got to gain a 6 there. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Another run for Henry. Has good room at the 35. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Come on, it's not.
A game
Okay.
that we're pretty happy
Just
with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And he'll haul in this punt. First and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with Henry. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running once more with Henry. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Come on, Raiders. We got.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Throwing now off play action. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Jaquan. It's Henry on the carry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Running this with Henry. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Daniels now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. To throw, Daniels. Austin's there to haul it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Going with King Henry here. Jukes one defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Where are we going?
We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's a give for Henry. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. 2nd and 3 now. From the 21. This finds Austin complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They run it with King Henry. He breaks the tackle. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Raiders very close to an 11th win this season. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown.
And we're trying to stop the run, man.
Out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Oh, crap.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Here's Henry. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one.
Ooh, I did that one.
And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent over Brock. What has been an incredible stretch of games for them. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Raiders winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
Well, this is it, guys. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for the show.